drop.
Hey guys, and welcome to the post-weekend haul portion of the video. So I have some vintage stuff to show you. I have some modern stuff to show you because I got some stuff at GameStop, got some stuff from Amazon, got something in a trade. Let me start with the vintage stuff first because that was the last thing you saw. So here's something that was just kind of an oddball purchase for me. I am an old fart, and I started playing video games with the Atari 2600. My brother and I, my older brother, and I had a 2600, and the thing that I remember the most, besides the extremely crappy graphics of the Atari video games, was the box art for the video games themselves. The art that was on the boxes was also on the instruction manuals inside the games. So I actually picked up a few old instruction manuals from Atari 2600 games, including this one right here. This is Asteroids, and these are in great condition. So whoever had these, it was probably just sitting around in someone's attic, and these are the actual instruction manuals from these old games. I mean, look at the art. Look at the art in these. And, I mean, the graphics themselves are just horrendous, but they were fun back in the early 80s, but when I bought these games and I saw these games at like Toys R Us and Sears and stores like that, I would see this box art and I would imagine the game would look like that. Obviously it didn't, but when you're like 7 years old, that's how your childhood imagination works. But I picked up a few of these instruction manuals. This is the one that I really loved the most. This is Berserk. This art right here is freaking amazing. If I could find this art in like a giant poster or print, I would absolutely buy it and put it on my wall. Because that right there, that is awesome. I picked up Berserk. I picked up Defender. Look at that art right there. I'm probably going to display these in some kind of like, I don't know, frame, small frame or plastic top loader or something like that. But I just absolutely love the artwork on these. I got Warlords. And then this one was really cool, Yar's Revenge. And then I got this one as well. This is the actual catalog. And this is a different kind of art. Like, look at the artwork. And it previewed different games. There's Pele Soccer. And then the one that kind of grabbed my attention, here's Missile Command. That's not the one that grabbed my attention. The one that grabbed my attention was Superman. So yeah, there was a Superman video game for Atari. But yeah, right there. So they actually, that was the only image I think in this thing that uses that kind of artwork. Just very cool stuff. I know this stuff is like, why would you buy video game instruction manuals and a catalog? This stuff is like historic documentation to a collector. So just an awesome purchase. I've been looking at them since I bought them. Really enjoy that stuff. This one right here was a grail for me. So I do collect mask figures. This one right here is Matt Tracker's car, the Thunderhawk. He also drove the big semi, the Rhino. But this is the one that I've been wanting. I've been trying to find one for the longest time. It is expensive. It goes for a bit of money, over $100 sometimes, like $150 for this thing. But Craig was at RETROPALOOZA on Saturday. I didn't go to a show on Saturday. I went Friday evening and I went Sunday. And Craig was there Saturday scoping it out, and he saw this and he texted me, and I'm like, let's do it. So I got this one. Thank you very much to Craig for hooking me up with that, but it is in great condition. The thing you see on this car a lot is these tires are made of rubber. So a lot of times you see the rubber actually cracked and the tire is just in terrible condition. A lot of times the chrome is not in good condition. A lot of times these parts right here are not even attached to the car, and a lot of times those two bombs are not included. So this is 100% complete. It looks great. It's in great condition, and some of the stickers are peeling a little bit, but you can actually buy repro stickers for like $4. So I'll probably just keep it like this because I like the way it looks. It looks very vintage like that. But it does also come with the Matt Tracker figure. So there's the short mask Matt Tracker. They did make a long mask version, which came down to like his mid-chest. because I guess kids were like choking on these masks. But there's Matte Tracker, and he will go along. I also have the short mask Matte Tracker from the Rhino set, and I also have the long mask Matte Tracker from the Rhino set right there. See, you can see how it comes down. It's different. And then I also have this Matte Tracker. I think that's from the Jungle set. I don't remember. But I now have this beautiful Grail piece. But now I need a new mask Grail piece since I finally scored that one. All right, if you watched the live stream, please check that out if you haven't seen it. But if you watched the live stream, I kind of went over this at the very, very beginning when we were waiting for people to show up there. But I picked up some turtles. I got these for $10 each. 2 of them are soft head versions, which means they came from the very, very first wave of action figures. I think it was either in late 87 or early 88. But the 2 soft head versions I got were Splinter, right there. He's not complete. The belt that he came with is actually Shredder's belt. So now I have an extra belt if I get a Shredder. But I just ordered the original belt off of eBay, so that should be coming soon. But I got Splinter's belt and I got his bow and arrow coming soon. But there is Splinter's soft head version. The other soft head version that I got is Rocksteady. The gun that he came with was not his gun, so I actually ordered his gun off of eBay as well, and his belt. He came with a belt as well, but he's got the little shield there. But that's a soft head Rocksteady. And then the other 2 that I got are not soft head versions. They're from '89, I believe. And this is Casey Jones. And he was just missing 1 bat, but I do have the golf club and 1 bat there. And then Baxter Stockman, which looks fantastic, and he's got the little fly swatter there. But there you go. I'm getting started on my vintage turtle collection. I do want to try and complete the soft head versions first. So I definitely need a Bebop. I need all 4 turtles loose. Because I have the carded Leo, but I want them all loose as well. So I got this one as well at RETROPALOOZA. I saw this one hanging out actually at the same table that Craig found the Thunderhawk for me at. But this is a very, very cool tiny set here, and this is Scott and T-Bob. So if you watched Mask, you remember Scott, this was Matte Tracker's son right here, and he had this little guy named T-Bob, and T-Bob actually was able to transform as well. Pretty badass there. So I got this for 20 bucks for the Scott and T-Bob. I just do not see this very often. The only times I really see this have been on card, and it's been very, very pricey. All right, my last pickup from RETROPALOOZA was a Joe figure, and I love the modern versions of these figures. Again, if you watch my videos, you know, with my Joe collecting, I'm really into subgroups. So I'm really into Slaughter's Marauders, the Renegades, and Tiger Force. And I've been collecting a lot of those that came out with the G.I. Joe subscription service. But I decided to go ahead and start collecting the vintage versions of these figures. And I'm starting with Tiger Force. So I'm going to try and complete the entire set of vintage Tiger Force figures, which is going to be difficult because a lot of those came out only in Europe. They weren't even released in the US. But this was my first one, my first pickup. I got this at RETROPALOOZA. It is a complete Roadblock Tiger Force. So this came out, I think, in 1989. He is complete. Got the little ammo pack there on the backpack. He's got his gun, the tripod, and his helmet. So Roadblock will be my first of the Tiger Force G.I. Joe vintage figures. So I'm looking forward to starting this new collection. So moving on to my modern pickups. Those are all my vintage pickups. Hopefully you guys like those. I'm trying to get more into vintage, but I am still collecting the modern stuff. Let me show you the modern stuff that I picked up. All right, so the first 2 pickups are from GameStop, and I went to GameStop the other day and I saw these and I was like, okay, I need to have those. These guys are straight out of the 90s. They're from 90s XFactor. And they look amazing, and I just now noticed the back of the box, and I love this set even more. But I got Havoc and Polaris, and those are the 90s versions from XFactor. So there you go. There's Havoc, and then there is Polaris. And look at her hair. Look at the detail on Polaris's hair. That looks amazing. Great sculpt work there. And then as I had this here, I noticed the back, and look at that. These were card sets that came out, because I remember those images distinctly. But that's Jim Lee art right there. That is a Jim Lee Polaris, and that looks like a Jim Lee Havoc as well. So very, very awesome that the back of the box has this very, very cool art. I love this. So great job, Hasbro, on this 2-pack. Very cool, and I found this at GameStop. This one right here, I saw this and I was like, holy crap, that looks awesome. But do I want to start collecting a new line? I've already done that this year with the Power Rangers stuff from Hasbro, which I absolutely love. I love that line. I don't think I'm going to go full blown into this line, but I saw this and I had to have it, and I think I need to have 1 or 2 more to build a little army of these guys. But it's a frickin' Amber Collection Velociraptor, and this guy, holy cow, look at the articulation in this thing. This looks great. Absolutely awesome. Look at the face. Articulated jaw. My favorite Jurassic Park movie is the first one, Jurassic Park. So these guys, they just look awesome. And I just think that it's a 6-inch scale Velociraptor. This would look great with your Legends, with your X-Men. It could be in the Savage Land. I mean, there's so many possibilities with this. You could pose Deadpool with like 3 of these guys just for the hell of it, because why wouldn't Deadpool hang out with a bunch of Velociraptors? But you could have this guy fighting Wolverine. Just a lot of different possibilities, and it looks great. So, I don't know, I might buy 1 or 2 more of these guys. All right, I got 3 more pickups here. 2 of these I got on Amazon. One of them is to almost finish my Batman shelf, and I picked up the Multiverse Nightwing. I got this one for 20 bucks on Amazon, so there you go right there. He looks great. He's gonna look great on the Batman shelf. I can't wait to show you that shelf because quite honestly, that might be like one of my favorite shelves in my detolves because it's freaking awesome. It's got the Bat family. And then I picked this one up when I completed the Killer Croc and I put him next to the Katana. I needed a 3rd from the Suicide Squad to form a little mini team there, so I picked up this Harley right here. So this is a Multiverse Harley, and she is wearing the stuff that she wears in Suicide Squad, the comic book. Very cool. There's the back. Looks like they lumped it in with the Lex Luthor wave. I don't think she comes with any Build-A-Figure parts. And the last thing that I got here, I got this one from my buddy Brad Campbell, and we did a little trade. I found something he was looking for. He found something that I was looking for, and this is freaking awesome. Carbonized version of the Mandalorian. And just read this morning that some initial reactions came out for the Mandalorian, and people are pretty much blown away by it. So I honestly cannot wait for this thing to start streaming on Disney+. I'm going to be one of the first people to watch this. I might even freaking take vacation days to watch this whole damn series because I'm so excited for it. It looks great. I love the look of this show from the trailers. But there's the carbonized version of the Mandalorian. I opened up the regular black box version, and I have him in my Star Wars Black Series shelf. So this one's going to stay in box. I have the white box version of this also hanging out on cards. So very, very cool. Brad, you're the man for finding this for me. I appreciate it, and thank you for the trade, my friend. But that's it. That's the coverage for the weekend. For those of you that tuned into the live stream, I apologize I could not read the comments, but thank you to everyone that showed up. Thank you to all my friends that showed up and watched online, and thank you to the people that did show up to the panel itself at RETROPALOOZA. We didn't have that big of a crowd because, again, it's largely a video game show. But we did have some people there, and it was actually very, very cool that we preceded Pixel Dan, who I finally got to meet. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. But adios for now, and I'll see you guys soon.